Magnus, Magdalena, hey, congratulations on Sweat.
Thank you.
Magnus, let me start with you. Where did the original idea came from for Sweat for you?
No, it was. I'm sorry. I was spending a lot of time on social media at a moment when Snapchat was very new to me, and that was maybe 5 years ago. And it was the first time I started following. They weren't even called influencers back then, but motivators. And it made a huge impression on me, in a way of, on so many levels, partly because it was a kind of an extension of a reality show, but there was no director, or the person in the reality show was also holding the camera. Was a really interesting to be invited into this motivator's home, and like the rule was the more private the better, the more followers in a way. So I for like getting inspired to write about a character or to get the imagination going, I think it was the perfect thing as a screenwriter to have access to her in this way. And but it was also a kind of a dare, a challenge in a way from my previous film to make something very different. See if in a way can a fitness influencer be my main character, and where do we connect, and where are we the same even if we're so different on the outside. And I also think it was a big inspiration was kind of like the flow, the narrative flow that happens in stories on Instagram, for example, or posts on Snapchat, where you click yourself through a day of someone, and it creates a kind of narrative, which I felt was very new and fresh and different from what we see in cinema. And I wanted to be inspired by that storytelling.
I know. I thought it was a very good, fresh perspective, especially to what is happening on today. Magdalena, tell us what attracted you to such a role for here in Sweat.
For such a role?
Yeah.
I think that Sylvia was very interesting for me because of her vulnerability and honesty, and about her will to be honest. And it's similar like in my profession. It's my goal to be honest. It's how I want to do my profession. So it was like two main factors in her that was so interesting for me, and I wanted to develop it also to in this character and also in me. So it was two lines, her and my developing of myself also in these fields.
Absolutely. Magdalena, one of the things that I was fascinated was that you play a fitness influencer, and you could have fooled me if you were or you were not a fitness influencer. What kind of preparations did you have for this movie?
I have trainings. I train a year, 3 times or 4 times a week with my trainer, with weights mostly, because we needed to build new structure of my figure. And it was a hard work because my body didn't want to have extra something on it. So it was hard work. And also I tried to gain the skills, not to pretend that I am a fitness trainer, but to be able, to lead a workout for people. So it was also our goal, not to pretend, but to be the closest to, to be an expert in this fitness world. Of course, it's impossible because people do it, for years. but it was our goal.
Magnus, could you talk about the cinematography for your film here? Because when I first initially watched it, I almost thought I was watching a documentary at first.
Yeah, well, it was kind of the idea was to get as close to life as possible, because of the time passing in the film is so condensed. And I wanted to be as mobile and close and real somehow to this whole subject matter as possible. Credibility was very important to me, to believe what we're seeing. I guess that also reflects on the work that Magda did preparing for the role, where what she said, like not to pretend, but to be able to be as professional as possible, not to pretend, but to be able to do these trainings. And also for us in the film to have a similar approach formalistically. And it was also a lot based on that we wanted to be able to shoot things in long sequences, not to have a lot of lights and technical gear. We just wanted to be very mobile with the camera, to be able to shoot in a way where we followed intuition rather than storyboards and marks on the floor. For example, this whole long birthday sequence at the mother's place, it was all set up in a way to be able to shoot 360 degrees and to walk like from the car basically up to the apartment with the camera, to walk in through the door, to have all the actors ready, and to you know, have the team and the monitors in a different apartment, and to play it out in a long sequence, and not to think about coverage, and not to think about like not you know, if we get a boom or a microphone or someone from the team in frame, we would never cut. We would just keep going. If we need to move something, we would make a technical break. If we need to change card in the camera because some of the shots exceeded 40 minutes, so we need to change card, but then the actors would stop for a moment and then change card, and we keep rolling. And this kind of approach also gets this, maybe what you mean as documentary feeling. I think that's what gives this kind of sense, because there is so much surprises happening when you shoot such long sequences. There's always something surprising happening, and it's great to watch it. It's so much fun, and you never repeat the same thing twice.
Magda, how did you feel about these long sequences, you know, as an actor?
Oh, it was great, because I'm searching for the expression that I wanted to use. Okay, yeah, that you begin to be inhabitant in this world, you know, not an actor, because it took so long periods of time, you know, that you started just to live there, and you have opportunity to forget that it's that you're on the shooting, and you do a movie, because you're exhausted. I was exhausted of having these chairs and, you know, walking from the basement to the apartment, because we did all those things, because I was so exhausted, you know, and I have this beautiful opportunity just to forget that I am an actor, an actress, and just to live there, because yeah, so many things were unexpected, and I needed to react. So I was just alive, and it was great.
That is terrific.
Yeah.
Magda, I am curious, is because a lot of actors, sometimes they are social media influencers, and sometimes they like to hold their lives private. Which side are you on after this film?
I think that I'm maybe in the middle, because I'm not so active on social medias, but at the same time, you know, when I have opportunity to talk about important topics for me in interviews, or something like that. It's very crucial for me to talk about it openly, and to talk about also my private things if I think that it could help somebody else, if it's for me important to share my experiences. So sometimes I even share quite controversial things, but I think that it's needed.
Absolutely. Terrific. Magnus, I want to leave with one more thought. The stalker scene, which is quite shocking in its own way. Why is that so most important to be included into a film like this? And then to Magna, what was your first reaction when you saw the penis?
But which scene is the shocking scene?
I think any scene with the stalker was a shocking scene, honestly. Why did you want to include the stalker into the film?
Because I thought it was interesting, because he I think he also feels in a way what Sylvia feels when she says in her viral video that she feels lonely and she wants someone to hold her and to say that everything is going to be fine. I think he feels exactly the same, and it could be a text from a stalker, very lonely stalker as well. And I thought they were kind of like the same thing, but different sides of the coin. And he was a kind of they're connected somehow, or it's like a shadow of her, or and I think it was what interested me was how does Sylvia eventually kind of maybe accept him or see him in a different light. That's what kind of attracted me to this. But I don't think I thought like that in the beginning. In the beginning, I just thought, oh, it's great, there will be a stalker.
And Magda, what was your reaction with the penis scene?
When I saw penis?
Yeah.
I was very thankful that I could, be aggressive and be angry because of his offensive behavior, because I'm not letting myself to react that way. I don't have connections, unfortunately, with my aggressive or something. Sometimes it's healthy to react that way. So for me, it was a great opportunity to release all this tension and aggressive from me, from my body. So I'm really thankful for this scene.
Yeah, that was.
What was your reaction to the penis?
Oh, I was surprised. I didn't see that coming. So that was a good reaction. I do have to admit.
And what was your Magnus reaction when you saw a penis?
This penis or another one?
Yes, this one.
Well, first I saw it in the script, and then I saw the fake penis on set, and then I saw it in the film. I thought I liked them all.
Yeah, many penises in this movie.
Yeah.
Most excellent. Well, that was a lot of fun. Magnus, Magda, hey, thank you very much for this conversation. Congratulations on Sweat, and it's going to be streaming on Mubi here in the United States. Thank you very much for speaking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.